Good afternoon. Guess what I'm making? Guess again. No. I am making a homemade, guess, Blackberry Cobbler. My grandmother used to make us Blackberry Cobblers all the time. We had blackberry bushes in our backyard, from all the way in our backyard all over until next door. And the next door neighbor, Mr. Arnold, he used to let us pick blackberries in his backyard. So we would bring our grandmother a big old bowl and she would make us a blackberry cobbler. Now these blackberries are frozen. I froze them. I got these from the farmer's market. I am going to put them into my pot. I am not adding any water. They're frozen. My stove. Okay, I have my stove on medium. I'm not adding water. Remember, these were frozen. Even if there wasn't frozen, I'm not adding water. I'll let the berries do its job. But these were frozen. I'm going to smash these a little bit, but not all the way. And I'm making blackberry cobbler. Once again, I'm not adding any water at all. No water. And these are from the farmer's market and they were sweet already. I am going to add a little sugar. I'm not going to add all that sugar though. I'm going to add some sugar to my blackberry cobbler. And my grandmother used to make all the time. I have not made one in years. Now this I used to make. Okay, so now I'm going to add half a stick of butter. Now I'm not a measurer. Sorry. I'm going to add that half a stick of butter. And I'm also going to add some lemon juice. Adding some lemon juice as well. And then I'm going to add my sugar. Remember, I'm not going to add all that sugar. See, I left some sugar behind. I didn't add all that sugar. I'm going to mix in here and I'm going to let this dissolve together and come together for my blackberry pie. Now, as far as measurements, there are recipes on social media, YouTube, all recipes, Google. You will find measurements there. Okay, so when I was a little girl, me and my sisters, even neighborhood friends, my grandmother didn't always make a blackberry cobbler for us, right? We also used to pick those berries and we would smash them. We would put our own sugar. And we had a tin can and we would put newspaper and wood and we would start a fire and we would put something over and we would cook blackberries and it would look something like this. Except we didn't add lemon. All we added was sugar and a little butter. And we used to just eat the blackberry and the juice with that sugar and butter all by itself. Oh, reminds me of, when I was a little girl. Delightful. Oh, delicious too. And those blackberries from the farmer's market. And they were organic. Delicious and delightful. Now our blackberry filling for our blackberry cobbler is all finished, y'all. And the aroma, it smells so delicious. Okay? It's all finished. Now we're going to do the next step and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. Okay. So our blackberry cobbler is all finished. Now, my grandmother, she made everything from scratch, homemade, period. Nothing store-bought, nothing boxed, nothing packaged, period. Now, me, in 2021, I do know how to make the dough for my blackberry cobbler. Number 1, flour, a little sugar, salt, baking powder, cold butter, ice cold water. Form your dry ingredients, right? Then add your butter. Mix that in there. And then you add your ice cold water. That is how. I'm not a measurer. I'm an eyeballer. I eyeball things. I don't measure, right? Well, you want to form that in there until it's a little sticky. You want to form your dough. Then you add a little flour so it won't be so sticky. And you form it into a ball, right? Form it into a ball, into your dough. Me, I can't be rolling out like that because it's arm. And plus, I'm too old for that. So this is how you make your dough. Flour, a little sugar, a little salt, ice cold water, and ice cold butter, right? Form your dry ingredients. Once you form your dry ingredients, you add your butter. You can add a little Crisco if you would like. You don't have to. You can add a little Crisco shortening. And then you form all of that. And then you add your cold water slowly, and you form a sticky, dough, right? And you form it. And then you add a little flour, and then you form your ball. And you form your ball, but you roll it. Not with the rolling pin, but you roll it with your hands just to form that dough. Once you form that dough, you make it into a ball. Make it into a ball. Cover it. Place it into the refrigerator about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Or you can use it the next day. And once you bring it out the refrigerator, you want to place it into your area to your flour surface, and you want to roll it out. Now, if it's a little too dry, you can add a little oil, right? You want to roll it out, and then you just form your dough for your cobbler. Same way you do your dough, you can make Blackberry Cobbler, peach cobbler. You can make your own homemade dough. But like I was saying, I'm going to go get some Pillsbury. Pillsbury been around a long time. I'm going to give me some Pillsbury dough. I'm going to finish my Blackberry Cobbler. Okay, so Pillsbury. I'm going to get the crescent sheet dough. They were hiding in the back. At first I thought, oh my goodness, it's all gum, but it's not. It's all in the back. This is what I'm going to get. I'm going to get that. This was like here, so I'm going to get me a roll of that. I'm making it for myself. All I need is one. I'm making a little bitty pie. And this is what I get, the crescent dough sheet. As you can see, this is only one that left. So I'm going to get this. And it's by Pillsbury. Sometimes they have the other dough, but I don't see it. It looks like it's gone. So all I need is just one. That's it. Okay. And they're $2. But it is cheaper to make your own, but I don't feel like it. But if the store shut down, at least I know how to make homemade bread and everything else, okay? Hello, I'm back. So I have buttered down my dish. I'm going to bake it into my dish. It's so it's going to be a small little pie, as you can see. And I have my dough. I'm going to put some at the bottom. I'm going to put a little in the middle and at the top. I'm going to layer it. As you can see, I did cut my dough. I'm going to put it at the bottom. I'm using one hand. Put it at the bottom when I cut my dough. It's just me. Only me. So, it does not have to be really, really perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pie cobbler filling. My cobbler filling. Some people say pie. This is a cobbler. Put my filling in there. Put my filling there. I'm gonna layer it again. I'm gonna do 3 layers. I'm gonna do 3. Okay, and also what you also can do is you can take you some butter. You can put you some butter in here. Ooh, that's gonna be buttery. Yes, and put you some butter in the middle. So I'm gonna put my other piece of dough. Now if you make your own homemade, you can cut it into slices, but I like to put mine on whole. I like to use put mine on whole. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some more in here. My Blackberry Cobbler, y'all. It's small. Okay, it's a little one. It's not a big one. It's part of my Sunday's dinner, my dessert. Because I'm only doing 3 layers, I'm going to put the rest all in here. Yes. Continue putting the rest in here. Now, see, when I was a little girl, when my grandmother was making it, I was like, leave some in the pot. And she used to leave some in the pot for me. She sure did. She sure did. This is an old school Blackberry Cobbler. Very easy to make. It's not hard at all. Not at all. Okay. I'm going to put another piece of butter. And I'm going to put my top dough on top here. Okay, and I have preheated my oven. Just to let you know, I have preheated my oven to 325. It's a small little cup. Okay, put in my last step, which is the dough. Okay, I'm going to bake this for like 45 minutes. But before I put it into the oven, I got me a little butter. I'm just going to butter my top. I'm just going to put a little butter. But I'm going to bake until not golden brown, but a little brown. I'm just using some soft butter, and I'm just gonna put a little butter on the top. Okay, this is gonna be so delicious. My Blackberry Cobbler. Now, I used to make them back in the day when I was a young, but I have not made one in years. My Blackberry Cobbler. About to put this in the oven. Get this more butter on there. Okay. All right, about to place it into the oven. Yes. Okay, let's check on our Blackberry Cobbler. Ooh, yes. Yes, indeed. What I like to do is turn it around. It's almost done, but not quite. Yes. Okay. And it's a little Blackberry Cobbler. My cobbler look good, and it ain't even dry. Check this out. Ooh. Oh, yes, it's not dry. It's delightful. It's gonna be delicious. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Okay. Put you back in the oven. Okay. Okay, look at that. Look at my Blackberry Cobbler. It is ready to come out the oven and cool. Ooh, look at that. How beautiful that is. This is my Blackberry Cobbler. It's a small one. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna let this cool. And then we gonna do a taste test. All right. It has to cool all the way though. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, yep, it has to cool. It's not even dry. All right, I will be back. My Blackberry Cobbler. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait. I'm so greedy when it comes to certain things. Okay. It's still kind of hot. So you still have to let it cool, but look at it. Blackberry Cobbler. This will go so good with some ice cream. It's not even dry, okay? I don't believe in dry pie. But I'm just going to take a little taste. And this is my dinner. Well, not this whole thing. I'm having succotash and a homemade Blackberry Cobbler. Yes, so this will last me a few days, and it's really small. And this is the Pioneer Woman. This is her little cookware. And here is my Blackberry Cobbler. Y'all, it's hot. It'll go good with some ice cream, but I don't need no ice cream. Okay, I don't need no ice cream. So the taste. Delicious. Blackberry Cobbler. It's delicious. Blackberries are so expensive in the store, but if you find a bush, pick them. Or you can buy them frozen. It's delicious. Okay, be blessed in Jesus' name. And have a blessed evening on this Sunday evening. And if you're in another country, have a blessed Monday. Have a blessed week. Okay, I love y'all. I have to come back and say I'm sorry. Excuse me for smacking in y'all face. But this Blackberry Cobbler is good. Remind me like my grandmother used to make y'all. So forgive me for smacking in y'all face. This pie is good, y'all. It really is. And I am so greedy because I need to eat my succotash, my dinner. Anyway, I just had to come back and say that. Okay, I love y'all. I had to come rest my arm. This is the side I had the surgery on. And I be in them sharp pains. Oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah, I have to rest my arm. Just wait on my peach cobbler in the oven. And that blackberry pie is delicious. The last time I thought I was about to eat a homemade blackberry pie, but it wasn't. It was at a fish place out here, Boulevard Fish. I asked the lady, was it homemade? She told me it was. It was store-bought because I brought it home. It wasn't homemade, but she gave it to me though. I didn't pay for it. She gave it to me. She voluntarily gave it to me. But my homemade pie tastes like my grandmother's. Okay, be blessed. I love y'all.